Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the one and only Tribal Warrior YouTube channel. And of course I am the Tribal Warrior, and in today's video, as you see by the thumbnail and as you see by the title, we'll be taking a look at my May 2026 WWE Saturday Night's main event prediction. So of course, at this point in this YouTube channel, it feels like a consistent row of predictions video, then the next video is review, and then it repeats predictions, review, predictions, review, predictions, review, because there is so much happening in the WWE right now. Of course, we just had WrestleMania. Like, it felt like we had WrestleMania like literally yesterday. We obviously did my WrestleMania predictions, then we got to my WrestleMania review, then we just had Backlash like whipped around the corner right away. Of course, we had to do predictions and a review for that, and now of course the next video after my Backlash review is this video. And of course, this isn't my full-time job, so I can't be filming videos every single day. So of course, we're back to another predictions video, and believe it or not, our next video will be a review video, and then the video after that will be a predictions video, because the video after next will be my Clash in Italy prediction video. But we're not talking about Clash in Italy now. We are not on the Europe tour yet, because Saturday night's main event on May 23rd is of course going to be in Indiana. It doesn't feel as hyped up as the past few shows, although there are some big names set to wrestle. There's a mix of title matches, faction drama, and star power tag teams. And while not every match screams instant classic, the show looks to build to keep major storylines moving while giving the crowd a few strong TV style main event moments. So with that being said, we have 5 okay matches to get our teeth digged into. This isn't looking like, it's not looking like a major 10-star, 10 out of 10 PLE. It's not looking like a PLE of the year or a show of the year. Of course, Saturday night's main event, it isn't a PLE at all. It's a TV special that WWE have. But what I'm trying to say, it's not looking like going to be show of the shows, best WWE show of the year. Far from it. It's just, I don't know. It's nothing special, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's just dig deep into our first match. So the first match I will be predicting is the World Tag Team Championship. So of course, the World Tag Team titles are on the line. Logan Paul and Austin Theory of The Vision team up to defend their titles against the recently returning Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford of the amazing team of the Street Profits. So of course, on the Raw after WrestleMania, it's always a big show. It wasn't as big as last year's this year, but it was still okay. But on that show, of course, we have the return of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. We haven't seen them in a while, and of course, we have them back on TV now. Of course, Montez, the big news regarding him recently is he'll be becoming a dad soon, so congrats to him and Bianca Belair. But he's back on WWE TV now. One of my favorite tag teams. They have everything. They have the wrestling, the charisma, the style, the mic skills, especially from Montez Ford, and they just have the hype. So I'm excited to see these two go into the match. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. The Vision built momentum by acting like an arrogant team who always seem one step ahead, while the Street Profits are coming into this with real energy and, you know, purpose. Again, after feeling directionless for a while, it's going to be kind of not entertaining. Well, I hope it's entertaining, but once again, this is a show that's lacking major. What's the word for it? I said it's not going to be a great show, but obviously some matches are going to be okay. Like, they're not going to all be so bad. I hope not. But this match, it's not screaming match of the year. We're just putting this match out there, so it's still going to be interesting. But how good are we talking? So, Montez Ford especially has looked locked in recently, wrestling with the intensity of someone trying to remind everybody why fans once saw him as a future world champion material. The bigger issue for the Street Profits is whether they can survive all the distractions that usually follow the Vision around, because this feud has slowly become bigger than just the titles. Expect potentially Paul Heyman interference, Seth Rollins interference, Braun Breaker interference, and brass knuckles, some other shenanigans, while also expecting a chaotic, fast-paced match with huge crowd reactions, especially from Montez Ford because he is so amazing. No hate to Angelo Dawkins, he is great too, but of course we see um Montez leap over that post at the side of the ring, and of course his big massive from the heavens frog splash is always unique and amazing too. Of course, plenty of momentum swings, and the kind of ending probably keeps the rivalry alive heading into this summer for this match. And if I'm being honest, it's probably going to be one of the strongest matches of this show. And if I have to give you my predictions, I'm going to say that the titles are going to remain on the division. I think Logan Paul and Austin Theory will retain the titles, mainly because I see Seth Rollins getting involved and accidentally causing them the titles, costing them the titles. Not on purpose, it was an accident, probably because Braun Breaker tried to spear him or something, or maybe even a disqualification, like Braun Breaker gets involved, the referee gets knocked down. I don't know, something crazy like that. And also, over the past few Monday Night Raws, we've seen Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford potentially tease a return, so that could play a factor as well. But my official prediction for this match is for Austin Theory and Logan Paul of the Vision to retain the tag team titles. So we have got a 6-women's tag. Obviously, once again, not the most entertaining match. Some people are saying this is going to be the main event, and I truly hope it's not. But of course, we do have some big names. For example, the WWE Women's Champion will be competing in this match. Rhea Ripley will be teaming with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and those three women will go up against the former WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill as she teams up with what we call her baddies, Michin and BFAB. So of course, it's a 3-on-3 match, 6 women's tag. This match definitely feels more like a storyline bridge than a major must-see showdown, but there are still a few interesting dynamics in play. Of course, Rhea and Charlotte teaming together is strange enough considering their history, and Alexa Bliss adds an unpredictable element because she can instantly change the vibe of a match when she gets involved. So, of course, Rhea, Charlotte, of course, they're not the best of friends. And then this match can also show some teases because, of course, Charlotte and Jade, we've seen a couple of teases with those. So, the potential match between Charlotte and Jade in the future would be amazing. So, yeah, they're probably going to tease that in this match as well. And I really do think this match is building up to a part 2 of Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Of course, we saw that clash at WrestleMania, so I do see it happening again during the summer tour, this Europe tour, or at SummerSlam, something like that. Night of Champions, I don't know. But yeah, that's what this is building up to. Of course, this match isn't going to be crazy because literally we got this match like 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. But of course, we talked about the baby faces, so now onto the heels. Of course, the other side, Jade Cargill, is clearly the main attraction of her team, with the WWE continuing to present her like a future centerpiece star. Michin and BFAB will show great teamwork, but they are just mainly there to back up Jade. Still, the real purpose of this match seems to be continuing the slow conclusion course of Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. And of course, the main prize of those two is that WWE Women's Championship. And if they can get enough direction and direct interaction, that alone could make the match feel important. Now, if I have to give you my prediction, I would probably say we might get some cheating, of course. And I see that coming from Jade Cargill, BFAB, and Michin. But of course, that's what I see happening because those three are actually friends, where Rhea, Alexa, and Charlotte, we could see some mix up. Of course, we've been waiting on this Alexa Bliss heel turn on Charlotte Flair, or vice versa. We're just waiting on those two to break up. And of course, we've always been kind of witnessing that Charlotte and Rhea hatred, so that could play a factor. So there's kind of a corruption, kind of something broken with those three women, where Jade Cargill, Michin, and BFAB, they are strong. So because they're strong, I see those winning this match. So my official prediction is for Jade Cargill, Mia Yim, and BFAB to win this match. And I also see like a post-match attacker. So or even Jade takes the title and stands tall or something like that. So we have some one-on-one action, and I'm pretty sure this is the only one-on-one match on the entire card that is not for a title. It's Becky Lynch versus Ruca, and of course, I want to reinstate that it's not a title match. The championship, the Intercontinental Championship, is not on the line. So of course, Becky and Ruca are set to collide at Saturday Night's Main Event in a high-profile showdown that could steal the show, despite obviously not being a championship match. Lynch has made it very clear that her women's intercontinental title will not be defended, viewing this as more of a test for the rising star in Ruca, more than a true title opportunity. Now, speaking of for Ruca, this is a massive chance to prove she can hang with one of WWE's biggest names, using her explosive athleticism and fearless style against a seasoned veteran known for thriving under pressure. The IC champion Becky enters the match determined to remind everyone why she remains one of the toughest and smartest competitors, not just currently in the WWE, but of all time, setting up a compelling clash between established superstar versus a hungry up-and-comer in Soul Rook. And of course, I couldn't find a match graphic for this, so ignore the Spanish writing there on the graphic. I couldn't find an actual graphic that didn't have the IC title written on it, because of course this match was originally not going to be a title match, and then it was changed to a title match, and then it was changed back to a non-title. I don't know, it's confusing, but let's just make it clear that the title is not on the line. And because of it not being on the line, my prediction is for Ruca to win this match. Because, of course, if the title was on the line, I don't see Soul beating Becky. But because the title's not on the line, I do see Soul beating Becky. Because, of course, this can easily push Soul over. Hopefully, Becky can, put Soul over as well. We're going to see some great moves, athleticism. That Soul Snatcher is always brilliant. Becky might try to cheat and then it just goes wrong, maybe a roll up or something from Soul, or Becky would try mess up the turnbuckle, and when she tries to, Soul will come out of nowhere and then bang, a Soul Snatcher and grabs that sneaky win. 1, 2, 3, sets up a future IC title clash down the road. So that's how I see this match going. So this here is actually going to be another great match as well. Nothing special, but out of all the matches on the card, this looks promising. So earlier in the video, we had the Men's World Tag Team Championship on the line, but now we have the Women's WWE Tag Team titles as Paige and Brie Bella head into the show with the WWE Women's Championships on the line against a dominant pairing of Nia Jax and Lash Legend, of course, the Irresistible Forces, in what promises to be a major power versus heart battle. Paige and Brie have leaned on their legacy, experience, and resilience to keep the titles around their waists, but now have to face perhaps their toughest challenge yet. Two physically imposing stars who can completely change a match with a single move. Nia's raw strength combined with Lash's athleticism and confidence makes them an intimidating duo. While the champions will need to rely on quick tags, smart teamwork, and veteran instincts to survive, this is obviously going to be a major opportunity for Nia and Jax to win. Or did I say Nia and Jax? I meant to say Nia and Lash to win this. With tensions rising and momentum swinging towards the challengers, this title match feels like a true test of whether the champions can overcome the irresistible forces. And of course, we have 3 title matches on this show. This is the second one we're talking about. We'll talk about the third one in a minute. But this is the second one we're talking about. And I do think, out of all the title matches, this is the most likely to change hands. I do think that we will get title change in this match. So my official predictions for this match is for Nia Jax and Lash Legend, the irresistible forces, to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. I just see it happening. Something simple, basic like that. There's no reason. I just think the WWE Women's Tag Team division is so amazing right now. So we'll do like a bit change every now and again. And I know we just saw Paige and Brie win the titles, but we might as well mix something up Of course, we need Paige on her singles run. We only had Paige team up with Brie because Nikki wasn't available, and we had to get Paige a slot. But of course, we need Paige on her own, put her in a feud against Liv Morgan or something, and give the titles over to Lash Legend and Nia Jax. And of course, they will have assistance with the titles because they will have other feuds. It's not that it's just gonna die off after this. Or it better not. But yeah, the tag division is strong for the women, so hopefully that can remain the same. So my official prediction for this match is for us to get new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in the Irresistible Forces. So I have no clue what the match order is for Saturday night's main event, but hopefully this is the main event because it looks like the strongest match on the show, and of course Penta is on the poster. So hopefully this is the main event. So of course, IC title on the line, Penta versus Ethan Page, and of course this has the potential to be the strongest pure wrestling match on the card because of course both guys bring completely different strengths to into this match. Of course, the champion, Penta has made the Intercontinental title feel meaningful, kind of, by treating every defense like a war, bringing non-stop intensity and big fight atmosphere every time he steps into the ring. Now, if Penta wasn't a good wrestler, I think this would be the most dead title run ever, because of course it's not really the funnest, it's not the best. Of course, the best thing he'd done was probably that ladder match at WrestleMania, but other than that, it's kind of been forgetful. Ethan Page, meanwhile, has adjusted to the main roster incredibly well because, of course, how naturally confident he comes across both in promos and during matches. What makes this match interesting is the contrast in personalities. Penta fights with emotion and aggression, while Ethan Page, all ego, is more calculated, cocky, and consistently looking for shortcuts. Speaking of shortcuts, we could easily see a new champion by using shortcuts. It feels like the type of match where Penta probably survives and retains, but Ethan Page leaves the night looking like someone WWE sees as a serious future player. But what I'm trying to say is this is literally 50-50 for me. I completely see Ethan winning this. I would be so happy if Ethan did win it. But of course it's a prediction, so I'm trying to predict what is in WWE's mind, and what I think is in WWE's mind is for Penta to retain the title. However, I think it would have been way smarter to add Rusev and Javon Evans to this match. We had them feuding in this feud for weeks, and we just let it die off. So we could have just had a fatal four-way and then had Penta versus Ethan in Clash in Italy. And of course, if Ethan won in Clash in Italy, that would have been way better. We could just get a rematch at Clash in Italy, or we could get the fatal four-way match at Clash in Italy. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But my official prediction is for Penta to win this match. But of course, we could easily see Ethan Page win this title. So this is probably the most hardest match to predict for me, but it's definitely going to be an entertaining match, and it's probably going to be my match of the night, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. It's not looking like an amazing card, but it's definitely looking to be interesting. Interesting is the word I'm going to use. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy Saturday night's main event. If you're living internationally, you can watch this on YouTube. If you're living in America, I think you can watch it on Peacock. I think it says it there on the match graphic. That's what I'm reading off. Maybe it could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not Google. Search it up. See you in the next one. And until then, remember to always, always stay tribal.